Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today, this is an update on our coonskin caps. So last year I tried to trap a number of raccoons so that I could make coonskin caps for my boys. And they were studying Davy Crockett in school and Daniel Boone and the history of the Old West. They did that basically last year. And I wanted to get them coonskin caps. They really want coonskin caps. So I had a friend of mine, he had a bunch of coons coming into his feeder, and he got two small coons for me through live traps. And the two small coon, I mean, they're really small, so I had a hard time getting all of it fleshed, but I did do a pretty good job, I think. So these are the two small coons. They're really tiny, and I mean, they're probably first year coons, and I didn't do a very good job. I couldn't even get them on my board to get the tops so their heads all taken care of. So my board is this. I use the blue English fleshing system. I don't know if you can see that because of the lighting or not, but it's the blue English fleshing system. I didn't even have to use the knife because I couldn't even get they usually use the knife for the top of the head where some of the flesh is. That's harder to get off. I just used my drawing knife to get most of it done, and it turned out okay. I mean, if when you take furs to a fur auction, they're graded, and these would grade really low because number one, they're small. Number two, I couldn't get the tops of the heads really cut down really well with the flesh that's on them. One of them, I cut the tail off a little bit too short. That one there just didn't do very good. This one here, I got the whole tail. But anyway, that's the update kind of on the coonskin caps. Now, these coons will not make a cap, so maybe together they might make a small one, but I'm going to have to get probably two larger coons. And he said he's got some big ones coming into his feeder, so I'm going to go ahead and wait until he gives me those, and that'll help round out. I'll probably get two more, and that'll make two coonskin caps with these two. 4 total, I think. And so hopefully they'll be bigger. These just... And, they take the grading system pretty seriously when you go to these fur auctions. Yeah, but these aren't going to be graded. They're not going to go to a fur auction. They're just going to be used for caps. But yeah, so I got 2 done and used them on the blue English fleshing system. I got this years ago, and it works out really well. There's my apron up there, and basically you put it up on here and you scrape down. Whereas on some of these other fleshing systems, you have to bend over them. And it kind of hurts your back after doing it for a while, especially guys who do lots of coons. And there's guys out there that make a living at this. So anyway, I learned this years ago from a guy who taught me. His name is Steve May. He took me under his wing and kind of made me his apprentice and showed me everything there was to know. And I'm always grateful for that because I'm going to be passing this on to my boys. They're already learning some of this stuff. The next 2 coons that I get, the bigger ones, I'll have them help me, and they'll learn all this stuff. So you just keep learning, and this trade. It's something that America. If you do the history on the fur trade in America, it was something that this country was really built on. I mean, the industry. I mean, it was like one of the top industries this country had at one point, the fur trade. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get these boarded up. I got some boards and I got some pins. I'm gonna pin them up, hang them in the well house. And I used to have some fur pins. I don't know where they went to. So I got some just regular thumbtacks. Again, this isn't going to be graded. It's not going to go to a fur auction, so I don't have to worry about it. Some of you guys who know that, there's a YouTube channel called Big Bear Homestead. He does a lot of trapping videos. I've done some trapping videos in the past. I've done some fleshing videos in the past. You can probably find those in my archives. But Big Bear Homestead, I think, has a lot more better videos showing you. And there's lots of people on YouTube who show you how to do this stuff. But really, the best way to learn fleshing and fur trade, and if you're into trapping, the best way to learn is the way I did it, and find someone who knows, and just submit under their authority and let them teach you this skill, because it's a skill, it's a trade, and that's the best way to learn, is by doing and have someone actually hands-on show you. You can probably learn a little bit through YouTube and waddle your way through that just by going through videos, but the best way is to find someone, let them take you under their wing, and then learn it. So that's the first 2 coons. Hopefully I'll get at least 2 more, and that'll make some nice fur caps for the boys. We'll see what happens. I'll go ahead and get these boarded up and hang them in the well house. So it's kind of hard for me to film this and do it at the same time. Again, there's lots of other videos on YouTube showing you how to do these things. But there are the raccoons hanging from the well house ceiling. It's not the prettiest arrangement, but you know, it'll get the job done, I think. The pins I had to use, I couldn't find my pins that I normally use. I don't know where they went to, and so I just had to use some of my wife's thumbtacks. So that's what I used, and you can see the backside there. You know, I think it's going to be good enough. And so I got one more board hanging over there that I can hang another coon up with, but this'll, the way you'd normally want to do this, and an ideal situation is have a fan blowing on these things to dry them out quicker. Probably in a heated garage or something would be better, you know, something with a wood stove nearby. But they'll dry here. It'll take a little bit longer, but they'll dry. And I'll just keep an eye on them to make sure they don't start going moldy or anything like that. Just need to dry out. And so keep them out of the rain. We got some better weather on the forecast, so it's been really rainy lately. But they'll stay dry in here for sure. Anyway, got one more to fill out there, and hopefully I'll get 2 more raccoons. We'll let these dry for a few days, and then we'll hang another one up next to it, and then hopefully by the next couple weeks I'll get one more, and then that's 4. I should be able to get a coonskin cap for each of the boys. So I'll keep you posted on that. That's what's going on in the homestead today. All right, it's another day on the homestead. See you next time on the homestead. Bye.